Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome to the auction room here this afternoon. Now, it might look a little bit sparse, lots of empty seats, but there's a very good reason for that. Because our team at EVES have been doing an outstanding job. They've got so much stock that they've brought forward for auction today. We've actually split it into 3 sessions. So, if you miss out on the property that you're looking for in this session, pop back at 2 o'clock or even 3 o'clock. We've got 23 properties available for sale in the auction room this afternoon. So a very warm welcome to our 1 o'clock session today. My name's Grant Child, and nobody gets any guesses as to what my role is for the next 30 to 40 minutes. I think you pretty much know what it's all about as well. And I know some of your vendors will have already seen me because you would have seen me on the videos that you've been watching throughout the campaign. Pretty straightforward process today, folks. Robin, she looks after all the technology in the auction room, and of course, every property has a reserve set, so there's no surprises there. If we don't reach the vendor's reserve price, I'll simply put a pause on the auction, and then I'm going to hand over to either Karen, Craig, Sarah, or Trevor. They're going to give you that opportunity. We know buying and selling real estate can be quite stressful, and we don't like to put people under pressure, so we'll pause the auction, give you the opportunity to continue discussions with our sellers, and see if we reach agreement. And if we do reach agreement, it'll come back to me. I'll then probably put the property to the floor and sell to the highest bidder. But if we don't, folks, and it comes back to me and I formally close the auction, just be very aware that anybody can come forward afterwards with an offer, and that does include those buyers that have got conditions to satisfy. We call them conditional buyers. So your best opportunity to secure the property is today whilst the auction is live, because once it's closed, anybody can come forward, and then you get a little bit of blind competition because all the offers go into sealed envelopes and you don't know what your competition's doing, but it's very transparent here in the auction room. The team will give you that opportunity, so just take your time, don't feel the pressure. We don't like putting people under pressure at EVES. Documentation, well, that's been widely circulated. All our marketing consultants have served as your ambassadors throughout the campaign and provided you all the necessary documents. The one you see on the screen, that's the booklet put out by the Real Estate Authority that goes right back to 2008. They are available in the stand outside of the auction room as well. That just gives you a bit of a guide on the I's to dot and the T's to cross for bidding and buying at auction, but we know you will have already done that. So I'm going to take you straight to the contract of sale that we worked to today. It's been circulated in draft form, as you see there, up there on the screen. And what you see in blue there, folks, is a repeat of the conduct of auction, which is very clearly set out under clause 3 on the front page. So I don't need to go through that in its entirety, nor do I need to go through the internal details of the contract either. So by way of any bidding, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept that contract that we worked to today. I remind you that bidding and buying at auction is on a cash unconditional basis, and of course you're deemed to have accepted the vendor's title without any rights of requisition. Just a couple of points I want to highlight to you as far as the conduct of today's auctions are concerned. One is, let's cover off vendor bidding, because I know people get a little bit concerned about that. Vendor bids are only submitted by the auctioneer at EVES. Nobody else is authorised to submit vendor bids. So we will disclose any vendor bids to you. The only reason that we use them is that if you are just the one person that's bidding on the property and we're too far away from our seller's instructions, we'll work alongside you with the vendor bid. We're not bidding against you, we're bidding with you to get you to that negotiating platform that I talked about before. So it's just a technique. If there's only the one of you that's participating in the auction, we'll work with you with those vendor bids to get you to a point below the seller's reserve price. We'll pause the auction and then one of the team will step in there. So hopefully that's clarified that for you. The only other thing I want to remind you of is your obligations. When the hammer falls, when it falls in your favour, folks, you will know that it's fallen in your favour when I'm calling the auction, I can assure you of that. I've had people lift themselves about 3 feet off the seat in fright when I brought the hammer down. But I like to make it very clear that you purchased the property. At that point, your obligations are 1, sign the contract, 2, pay the deposit. That's all you've got to do today, folks. And we do request that you do that prior to going next door and popping the champagne corks and doing a bit of celebration. We just need to get that documentation done first. So, any questions at this juncture, folks? Welcoming, of course, our viewers watching via the live stream, the black dome up there in the ceiling that I'm waving at, folks. I'm waving out to the world, the whole world. Our auctions are all sent out over the World Wide Web. And of course, we welcome all our viewers that are watching over the live stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the EVES auction. Question time. No questions? Excellent. Everybody's ticked all the boxes there. So we go straight in now to the first property for the afternoon, number 26 Carrington Drive. These two lovely ladies that have just come through the doors there, Lauren Gray, Charlotte Gardner, working out of our Buttonmire office, have been presenting this property at 26 Carrington Drive. A property that is certainly perfectly positioned. It's plaster over brick. It's on the reserve waterway. Well, how good is that for your family and your future living? Absolutely stunning indeed. A bit like your girls, actually. Yeah, like that. Hey, let's look at the documentation, folks, and let's cover off all the legal aspects of the property. A freehold estate, 651 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. 361378, the record of title that describes all the legal aspects of it. Now, just a quick reminder that the security system, the code is unknown on it, so the security system, it stays, but it's, there's no warranties for that, it's as is. So, and a reminder of clause 24 in the contract, folks, so I'm not going to go through that in its entirety. I'll just remind you that relates to the transfer of the Solar Zero Energy Services Agreement, and Friday the 19th of January. So, we'll have to wait until after Santa's been, but you can treat this as a great Christmas present for you and your family. Any other changes to the channels listed, all of yours? No? All good to go. So back to the property itself there. The general comments, well, one of the biggest general comments about this property has been the generous proportions of the home. So it's a really big family home, this one here at 26 Carrington Drive. You've got the 4 bedrooms, you've got the 2 big living areas to work from home. Perhaps watch the footy. Yeah, a bit sad about last weekend, but anyway, 4 years' time, you'll still be in this property there. You've got that big living room to watch the next one. So maybe an excellent teenagers hangout as well. So you've got that designer kitchen that comes with the property. You've got the walk-in pantry as well there, and this pretty much forms the central hub of the home that overlooks the backyard and the reserve, and of course you've got the tree house and everything there. We were having a conversation about the property yesterday. It really does make it an excellent family home indeed. Patmar Plaza, the college, the local primary schools, well, all within walking distance of 26 Carrington Drive. So all we need to identify this afternoon, folks, is who the new owner is going to be. That's the first thing we do, and when we do that, we also determine the quantum. And the quantum is what you are prepared to pay. So where would you like to start me away? So we start me away with an opening bid, 26 Carrington Drive. I know we've got a couple of buyers that have been doing all their due diligence, their homework. Where do you want me to start your way, buyers? Not a trick question. Quite a simple one. If you don't really understand the gobbledygook, I'm asking for an opening bid. Who starts me away? I'm happy to start for you, folks, but my figure might be a little bit different to yours. We're a little bit shy this afternoon, aren't we? I mean, we could wait for a long time. No, we can't wait too long. We've got another 22 properties to go this afternoon. So let's get on the bike and moving now. Perhaps 9:50 gets us underway. All right, I know we've got interest in 950. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you working with me there. At $950,000 on the back left-hand side here at 950,000. Who takes me to 970? We'll go and $20,000 rises from here. 970 is the number we're looking for now. Who goes there? First call, second time, third. Last opportunity at 950. Having to work alongside you then, man. At 970, it's with me. Vendor bid at 970. It looks like it could be just you and I at this point in time. At $970,000, I'm keen to get to know each other there, man. So we could be conversating a lot better if you take me to $990,000. 970 is with me. Vendor bid at 970. 990, can I say? Thank you. At $990,000, appreciate you working with me. It's against everybody else in the room. We've got no registered phone bidders on this one, girls, so it's entirely over to you, folks. At $990,000, back left-hand side of the auction room. You're right, first call, second time, third and final opportunity. I'm going to take you through that threshold, man, once more. $1,010,000, it's with me. Take me to $1,030,000. We'll pause and give you the opportunity to keep discussing with our seller at that point in time. So $1,010,000 with me. I'm away from my instructions at this point in time. $1,030,000 we go. At $1,030,000, I am a man of my word, but man, I have an obligation to go round the room once more. Call it 3 times. If you're here for this one, you need to let us know right now, otherwise we're going to work with the lady on my left-hand side at the back of the room. Once, twice, third, last opportunity and announce. Trevor, that's over there with the lovely lady in the black at $930,000. Can you see if you can assist her, please? Right, moving to our second offering, folks. We'll give those people that plenty of time for those negotiations on that property, and in the meantime, an absolutely stunning property at number 69 Royal Ascot Drive, which is the second property in our catalogue. And of course, having the pleasure of marketing this property is Danielle Hayes, working from our Mount Maunganui office. Danny, your marketing said that this property offers the perfect lifestyle. It says it offers the perfect feel. And of course, it's on the fringes of that suburbia as well, that gives you a really unique opportunity. And I think your description and your marketing was absolutely on point, because have a look there on the screen, folks. It is absolutely stunning indeed. When we look at the legal aspects of it, the 373640 is the record of title that confirms 3,275 square metres of land, more or less, being a freehold estate, the best class of ownership that you can buy in New Zealand. Now, excluded is there's 2 refrigerators and the dolphin pool cleaner. They do not stay, right? So they do not stay. The owners will be taking those with them. There is a clause inserted into the contract that requested the vendor or solicitor just authorising early release of the deposit in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act. So you're authorising that as well. 12th of January 2024, another one. You can be in after Christmas, but what a great place to spend the rest of summer is here at number 29 Royal Ascot Drive. Channels list, we just about had to go to a different screen to put all the channels lists on. Now that depicts the quality of the property. Danny, any changes, any other changes apart from those exclusions?
No changes.
All good to go. So social space is brilliantly coordinated to the private areas with a sense of space throughout this home as well. Now you've got no neighbours, no rooftops, no fences, but you have got the ability to give the neighbour a bit of a wave as he cruises around on his ride-on mower. What a great place to bring up your family. Space galore. You haven't got neighbours over your fence, but you can at least give them a wave when he's cruising around on the ride-on. So I'd love to have a ride-on actually, Danny. I reckon me, a ride-on, a box of air, and a big place of land, I'd be as happy as a pig in mud.
Very keen.
Have to be great, right? Yeah, typical. So the home itself, folks, you've got an outstanding social hub that's perfect for engaging with family to share their daily events and swap notes for the next day. Now that's an absolute classic Kiwi icon, is being able to converse with family, talking about what's coming up in the day, or what's been to the day, what's coming up the next day. You can do that all from the central hub there that you see on the screen. And of course, if you are the family chef, that kitchen is going to give you all the facilities to cook up an absolute storm, whether it just be for the family or whether it be for entertaining guests as well. Now imagine this as well. You've got motorhome parking, you've got your own soccer field, you've got the pool, you've got space galore, and you've got these sprawling grounds to grow your own fruit and vegetables as well. You don't need to go and see Dave at the fresh market when you own a property like this. You can just simply grow your own. I say that because he's actually in the room at the moment. So, but if they're not quite ready to fruit, go and see Dave at the fresh market, because it is quality fruit and veg up there. So back to this property, 69 Royal Ascot Drive. Well, you've heard me go on a lot about it. It's a property that certainly appeals to me. Does it appeal to you? Well, I can tell you now, buyers. Danny and I had a conversation yesterday. We've got a buyer that's still working through their due diligence phase at the moment, Danielle. So, good opportunity if you're in that position of cash. Now's the time to put it on the floor. Otherwise, we are absolutely confident you are running the risk of going into a multiple offer on this property. A stunning property indeed. Where do you say go, buyers? I'm not going to suggest any figures on this one for you. I'm going to leave it entirely up to you. Otherwise, we'll just work with our buyer that's still ticking a few boxes for due diligence. Once, twice, last opportunity. Okay, obviously no cash here today, Danny. I'll close the option, hand it back to you, and You get the pleasure of hanging on to this property for marketing a little bit longer, which is, why would you not want to do your open homes at a property like that? Talk to Danielle from our Mount Maunganui office if you know of anybody looking for a stunning property like this, and good luck working with that buyer that you've been working with.
Thank you, Grant.
You're welcome. Still a few conversations going on with our first property folks, and we'll press on through the catalogue. 208 Fraser Street. Ashley Lockie Davidson working out of our EVES on Cameron office as well, doing a fantastic job as you always do, team. It's just absolutely brilliant. Our EVES team are just a fantastic team to work with, folks. They are absolutely brilliant at what they do. Now, 208 Fraser Street, if you're looking for something that's got comfort combined with convenience, well, that simply equals a nice, easy lifestyle for family living. Then there it is. You see it on the screen. You've seen it when you view the open homes. You've seen it in all the marketing, and today we give you the opportunity to buy it. The legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, 643 square metres of land, more or less, is what you buy. Record of title, say 18D, folio 1170. Now, the security system on this one, another one that's as is, whereas it stays, but no warranties that come with that. Any other changes to the chattels list? Quite a comprehensive chattels list as well. It's great. It's fantastic, yeah. Just depicts the quality of the property that you're buying. Now, the 8th of December is the settlement date for this one, folks. That, by my calculations, that's not too far away, and you can get in there before the fat boy comes down the chimney as well. So, what a great way to treat your family as well. If you're looking for something with outdoor living at its best, then have a look there on the screen. You've got the heated saltwater pool, you've got the barbecue area there, you've got the pizza oven, you've got the pergola for a bit of shade and that sort of thing. I mean, what more do you need to have some family fun times? You know, I can see you and your family in this property. So could you. Yeah, I got told that the other day. Hey, our job is to sell the property, not buy it. So, back to the property itself, folks. You'll remember it when you went and viewed it, the beautiful rich timber flooring. Well, that simply adds character to your lifestyle. You've got the perfect layout with the living and the bedrooms on the same level as the outdoor area, so perfect flow in and out for the property. You've got the extra large rumpus downstairs. Now, that offers you a multitude of uses at your total discretion. What you do with it is entirely up to you. It's a home that's absolutely lashed with character and charm all around, whilst maintaining those modern day living requirements. So really, this property has to go at the top of your property shopping list if you're looking for a quality family home for family fun time. So in your hands, buyers, where would you like to say go for this one? Just shout out a figure. I don't mind what it is. If it's low, I'll guide you from there. If it's high, I'll sell it to you. Your call. You tell me. Where would you like to say go? Looking for an opening bid now, 208 Fraser Street. First call for an opening bid. I'm only here to work with the cash unconditional interest, folks. I don't dilly-dally with conditional buyers. I leave that to these guys. Second call. Third, last chance for cash interest. All right, we're going to close the auction. I'm going to hand it back to you. It's a great property. It's certainly a fantastic family home. A little bit more work to do, but I know you've been talking to people that have expressed a little bit of interest. I'm going to leave you to continue dealing with those people. But I don't think did I mention Fraser Cove just down the road? Across the road. Absolutely perfect, isn't it? Great location, good schooling. What more could you ask for? 208 Fraser Street, folks. The auction's closed, still available. Talk to Ash or Lockie from our EVES on Cameron office. They'll help you from there. Cheers, I know this has been a very popular property. This next one in the catalogue, number 2, Olive Close. Kim Crawford has been marketing this out of our Cherrywood office. And this property, Kim, it might have been built in 2017, but you wouldn't think so, would you? It presents like it is absolutely brand spanking new. That's how well this property has been looked after, folks, since 2017. Absolutely superb indeed, and a credit to our current owners, but what they're saying now, it's time to pass custody of the property to the new owners to enjoy as much as they have since 2017. When we look at the legal aspects of it, record of title 276157. Describes the property as a freehold estate. Another good parcel of land, 988 square metres, and of course we're talking about number 2, Olive Close. Now there's an extensive channels list, and there's an extensive exclusions in the channels list as well. I'm not going to go through it. It's all there, as you see, we're just about off the screen as well on this one. But it's all been standard in the contract right throughout, with Kim doing her diligent work as she always does. So you will be aware of that, I'm sure, and I don't need to go through it. I do just want to remind you folks that the vendors of this property are related to Kim, so we just need to disclose that in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act. But as I say, every time we have to do this, we're humans, we're allowed to buy and sell real estate as well, aren't we? So the 8th of February 2024, that's still our settlement date, so the opportunity, you've got lots of lotto tickets coming up between now and then, so just buy it today and then settle on the 8th of February 2024. The property itself, quality simply abounds. Every single square metre of the approximately 231 square metres of the home as well. Now, there's absolutely lots of extras in this property, and the other thing that goes with the quality of this one is GJ Gardner have got a very, very good reputation right throughout New Zealand, and they are the ones that built this home. So you get all the extras, plus you get that quality GJ Gardner build. You've got that king-size walk-in pantry as well. Now, if you're the chef of the family, then you are simply not going to want to leave home. You are going to want people to come and visit you just so that you can simply use this quality kitchen indeed, and of course generous in size as well. Now if you're a little bit like me folks, and you're a barbecue enthusiast and you enjoy a bit of entertaining, then you can't fault this absolutely outstanding outdoor living area. Have a look at it on the screen there. I'll let you ponder it for a couple of seconds while I just remind you of what's available here in this fantastic outdoor living area. You can clearly see there the outdoor fire. We talked about that the other day, Kim. I mean, it's so solid it had to be craned in. So, so that stays for you to use as well. Imagine yourselves out there, friends and family, you've got the outdoor fire going, just imbibe well into the evening and enjoy the outdoors. You've got the spa pool, that's there as well. You've got the alfresco dining area with the pull-down blinds, so, if there's a little bit of a breeze or a little bit inclement, you can still utilise that outstanding outdoor area. And then, of course, you've also got the Luba pergola there that takes centre point in the front of the screen. So if you are outdoor entertainers, then I'll tell you what, this one is very, very accommodating indeed. You've got the extra parking facilities. As you see there on the left-hand side there, you see the caravan. Great place for your motorhome, boat, trailer, or motorhomes, trailers, boats, pure plural, not singular. So a ton of space there as well. So extra parking facilities for anything you really want. There's so much space in the property. So I know you're probably sitting there thinking, Mr. Auctioneer, will you please shut up and get on with it? So I will. Here's your opportunity. Where do you say go? Looking for an opening bid now. Your turn to talk. That's right, it's getting a bit dry. Your turn. Somebody start me away. Happy to suggest a figure for you. Now, I do also need to tell you that Kim has got some very serious conditional interest in this property. So if you don't buy it here today in the auction room, absolutely confident you'll run the risk of going into one of those multiple offers I alluded to in my preamble. So your chances there. I would suggest, Kim, a private fair and reasonable start for a property like this would be 1.4. 1.4 to get us underway. Do I have 1.4? Your opportunity here today, buyers. If you come to buy, don't be shy. 1.4 to start your way. Right, look, I'll get you underway then at $1.4 million. So the vendor bid now, simply starting the auction. I know we've got interest. Your opportunity is here, and I'm happy to take a $25,000 rise from here. $1,400,000. Somebody take me to $425,000 if you will. Here's your chance here today, folks. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you joining us now at $1,425,000. 1,425,000 it is over here on the left-hand side against everybody else in the room. No registered phone bidders on this one, Kim, so entirely up to you seated here in the room. Hey, who takes me to 1,450? First call now at 1,425 on my left-hand side. Second time. Third, last opportunity if you're here for this one. Happy to work alongside you folks at 1450. It's with me. $1,450,000. 75 would be the next retort. You don't have to wait for me to call it once, twice, third and final time. It's a good opportunity to come straight in, sir. Do we say 475 on your behalf? Shaking your head the wrong way, sir. Can't wipe off property east to west. It has to be north to south to the chest. $1,450,000. Certainly away from the property's value, treating it with the greatest of respect. I'm sure you know it. I certainly know it. Think about what it's got to offer. Think about what I've said about it. And think about what you saw when you went and viewed the property at $1,450,000. 75 would be the immediate retort now.
460.
75, so we need 75. Too far away from where we need to be at this point in time. Here to help you, otherwise we're quite happy to work with our conditional interest afterwards. $1,450,000. 75 can I say for you? First call. Second time. 75. 75 we go. $1,475,000. On the left-hand side now, 1475. Little way to go at this point in time, folks, but I'll call it 3 times. Once, twice, third, last opportunity. Are we in or out? 1475. It's over here. Karen, can you just assist the gentleman, please? Little way to go on where we need to be for the property, but holding for discussions at 1475. Right, moving on through the catalogue, 3 Tauranga Way has been marketed by Utah Parai and Charlotte Gardner. Utah's a little bit under the weather. We've picked up COVID over the weekend at a function, so we advise them to stay at home, and we welcome them to stay at home as well. So if you are watching, we're wishing you a speedy recovery there, Utah. But Charlotte and Utah have been presenting this property called Wicked Connection in and out with the high stud, and of course those stackers that open right up indeed. You can see it on the screen. They're just absolutely superb. What a great indoor-outdoor entertainer's home this way. Then you've got a good slice of grass, which is very, very rare for this location. We were talking about the property yesterday, Charlotte, and you were talking about just how rare it is to get a slice of grass in this location, but this one's got a good one here. So 3 Tauranga Way, freehold estate, 420 square metres of land is what's on offer here today. 771548 is the record of title that confirms all the legal aspects. Now, excluded is the veggie pod, the fixed desk in the bedroom, and the exterior festooned lights. They do not stay, but everything else does. Again, a clause in the contract that requested the vendor solicitor authorising early release of the deposit. 20 working days from today's date, and a bit of flexibility on that if required. Any other changes to the channels of Charlotte? No, wouldn't have thought so, not the way you do business. So if you're looking for a family home, folks, this one here has got an absolutely outstanding configuration for family living. You've got the master bedroom and the other bedrooms are separate from each other, so excellent privacy. If you've got teenagers and that sort of thing, it's really good to have that separation in it, Charlotte. Tons of natural light comes through the home. Well, you can see that by looking at those windows up the top there, the big stackers that open up, just superb indeed. And all that does is really enhances your feeling of space. It's 167 square metres approximately, the floor area, but it feels a lot bigger than that, doesn't it? That's because of that, the high ceilings and the extra light that comes in there. And the home itself is very, very nicely spec'd for modern day living. You've got that cul-de-sac living, well that gives you tranquility in itself. Nice and handy to the Pearl Kitchen, the Fresh Choice supermarket, and the Good Home pub. So all within walking distance there, and you get a short walk to the beach as well. So everything is right on hand for number 3 Tauranga Way. Here to work with the cash interest only. Not interested in, well, Charlotte might be, but I'm not interested in conditional buyers. Who says go on this one? A bunch of beanies today, aren't you? Alright, I'm only here to work with the cash interest, folks, so if you are here for this one, now's the time to give me a starting point, and I'm happy to work alongside you from there. But let's not dilly-dally. First call, second, last opportunity, and or else. Closing the option, handing it back to you, Charlotte. I know you've been working with some buyers. I mean, we had one tripped at the last hurdle, we just got notification that, so I'm sure you'll be working with that buyer. I'm sure you'll have a solid sticker on that one. That property very soon indeed. Steve Cameron, all the way down from Waihi, looking razor sharp like you always do, Steve. Steve hates coming up to the front of the auction room, but I love it when Steve comes up to the front of the auction room, because I get the opportunity to acknowledge the outstanding work that he does in a very different market to what we're used to down here and working up there in Waihi. Whether you're an experienced renovator or first home buyer with a passion for home improvement, this property here at number 30 Victoria Street in Waihi could well be your absolutely perfect opportunity, folks. The legal aspects of it, SA 7C Folio 1195 confirms the land area of 916 square metres, Steve, more or less. That's not a misprint, that's straight off the record title. 916 square metres of good old Kiwi terra firma there. It's a freehold estate, the best you can buy in New Zealand. We do have a couple of additional clauses, while I turn to those and just remind you of them. Just I remind you that the gas bottles are excluded from the sale, they do not stay. Clause 23, folks, purchasers acknowledge and accept that you've been fully informed that the cabins on the property, including but not limited to the plumbing, bathroom and kitchen facilities, may not comply with the Building Act, and that there's no mention of the building permit or consent specifically for this in the LIM report obtained from the Hauraki District Council. Accordingly, vendor warranties and clause 9.35 are hereby deleted in relation to those cabins. The other clause that's in there is pretty standard for Waihi. Every contract in Waihi has it. That's just a clause advising you where to go if you need any advice on any concerns about the Waihi mine. 20 working days from conditional date, Steve, is our settlement date. No other changes to the channels list apart from the gas bottles don't stay. So you've got a great option here. The potential of this property, folks, is unlimited. It is limited only by your personal imagination. Now, if you're someone who loves a project and dreams of turning a house into a home, then you can get the biggest, fattest felt tip pen outfit you can find and give that box a big tick, because it's certainly got plenty of options. You've got the options to reside or reside and renovate in this property here. A good option for an investment for the future. One of those properties you could rent it now, then renovate it and get the capital gain, or perhaps you could renovate it and get a better return on your investment by renting it afterwards. So lots and lots of options here at number 30 Victoria Street. Now, in addition to that, you've got the double garage, the single garage and the cabins. Well, they simply await you and they offer you the ideal rumpus room, perhaps office space, maybe a workshop area for your hobbies or your DIY projects. So a great option here, number 30 Victoria Street, and I can tell you now, you don't need a whole lot of cash to buy it. But I'm here to help those of you that wish to buy it, and we'll go for it from there. You start me away, and then I'll guide you from there. Where do we say go? Great option. DIYers, you should be all over this like bees to a honeypot. You don't have to hold your breath when I'm calling for an opening bid, folks. It has to be a genuine intent. First call for a start. Second, last chance in or outs. Okay, I'm going to close the auction, Steve. Now, I did say that you don't need a whole lot of cash for this property. As I can tell you now, where the vendor set their reserve for today's auction, they are now going to price the property at a mere $499,000. That's all you need. Steve, just confirm that for me. On the market, folks, at $499,000. Entirely up to you. I would suggest that you be quick. If you're watching by the live stream, bargain basement buying up there in Waihi, great option, great DIY project, $499. That's all you need. Hand it back to you, Steve. Cheers. All right, these two busy beavers are back to the front of the room here again. Ash and Lockie working out of our Cameron Road office. Eve's on Cameron. Thank goodness Craig's not in the office, otherwise it'd be in the auction room, otherwise it'd be written. No, he didn't hear me. Now, if you're looking for your first home that packs a real punch, folks, then have a look on the screen, because this really is the legal aspects of the property. Record of title SA 45A folio 903. Describe the property as a cross-lease freehold. 15th of December 2023 is your settlement date. Any changes to the channels list at all? All the I's dotted, T's crossed again, as you always do. Let's go to the inside of the property, folks. You'll remember those exposed beams? Well, they simply bring charisma to your day with that storybook pretty charm as well. That's what you get to live in. That's the environment you get to live in here at 64B Hillcordy Street. You've got the fresh light decor that envelopes you in a very crisp welcome indeed. You've got the 2 bedrooms and the living space that complement each level. So 2 bedrooms and a living space on both levels. So you can add that together. I'm sure you won't get that wrong. When time is poor and life is rich, this ultra sweet 4-bedroom home, there you go, I've just done it for you. Ultra sweet 4-bedroom home could well be the one that you've been waiting for, and it is simply offering you a great lifestyle. Absolutely fantastic for the entertainers. You've got the large deck space to lounge in the sun, or perhaps fire up an outdoor fire as the sun sets, and you can simply imbibe into the night with friends as well. Again, another one, you don't need a bunch of money to be able to buy this property. Very modest figure indeed required by the vendor, but happy to give you the opportunity to work with the vendor and see if you can align your figures with the vendor's figures. Just in case you didn't understand what that said, was let's get the bidding underway now. Where do you start me away, guys? Looking for an opening bid now for number 64B Hillcordy Streets. First call now for a start. Second, final opportunity to work with the cash interest here today, otherwise, close the auction. How much do we need, guys?
So this fantastic family home is now priced at $735,000.
$735,000, and with the median sale price at the moment in our city, I would suggest both of you, not one of you, make sure your fuel tank's full, because I think you're going to be busy once that price hits the market. $735,000, folks. That's all you need to have your own home. First home buyers, well, you should be all over this like ants to an east, because it's a great property. Well done, guys.
Thanks, Ron.
You're welcome. Okay, 18 Carisbrook Street is the last one. We've got a couple of properties being negotiated at the moment, folks. I don't run. We'll get to a result to you as soon as we possibly can and then on that. But in the meantime, 18 Carisbrook Street, the lovely Grace Anderson working out of our Cuddy office has had the pleasure of marketing this property, and of course it is located in Cuddy as well. Now the street appeal, well, that's simply undeniable with this property. It's got that well-maintained exterior, and as you step inside this property here at 18 Carisbrook Street, you are welcomed with the warmth and charm, and you've got those beautiful timber features as well. The legal aspects of it, a freehold estate, 626 square metres of land, more or less. 84126 is the record of title number. A couple of clauses that we need to just remind you of. One is the trustee liability clause. I'm not going to go through that. Clause 25, the fact that the vendors and trustees, having not been in occupation of the property, make no warranties as to the serviceability of fixtures and fittings. So there's a lot more that goes with that, but I don't need to bore you with that. But more importantly, clause 26, the purchasers acknowledge to be fully informed that a building consent or a code compliance certificate has not been issued for the detached garaging and is not compliant with the local authority. Therefore, clause 9.35, 9.36 do not apply, but that only relates to that unpermitted work. So just making sure that you are aware of that. 30th of November, Grace, is our settlement date.
Correct.
We're on the 2nd of November now, so by my calculations, it's only 28 days to wait, and your furniture truck can be in the driveway here. So, channels list, any other changes to the channels list? No, all that's circulated. So, Robin, put that shot up there on the screen there for you to just ponder over, because that's that private covered deck there. Absolute perfect spot for enjoying your morning coffee or your afternoon tipple there in the shade, as you see there. It's just certainly lovely and private, and also offers you the opportunity, if you enjoy barbecuing all year round like I do, then you can do that with this one as well. On the inside, you've got that well-equipped kitchen with the dishwasher and the ample counter space as well. Well, that simply ensures that your meal preparation is done with an absolute breeze. You've got the standout feature, well, that's the double garage with the workshop, perfect for the hobbyists or the DIY enthusiasts as well. You've got that spacious sleep out with the bathroom that adds to the versatility, serving as maybe a guest suite or maybe your private home office indeed. So, in your hands, buyers, working with cash interest only on this one. Who says go? Looking for an opening bid. You start us away. Last one of the 1 o'clock session. Otherwise you're going to have to come back at 2. Or, in case you want to buy one of the 2 properties that's being negotiated. First call for a start. Second, final time for cash interest. Obviously no here today for this one, Grace, so I'm going to close the auction. How much do we need to buy this property here?
The property is now priced at $659,000.
$659,000. Have a think about what I've said about the property, folks. Have a think about the location. Give Grace a call in our Katikati office, and she will certainly guide you through the buying process of this one. And you better be quick, because I don't think it's going to last long indeed. $659. What a great buy.
Thank you.
Great agent to look after you too. Right, back we go to number 26, Carrington Drive, as you see it coming up on the screen there. No, it wasn't $1,030,000, we left the room at $930,000. We're back at $1,067,000. Ma'am, can you just confirm that for me, please? At $1,067,000, sir, you're instructing me as the auctioneer to sell for this lady for the want of a better bid? On the market it goes then at $1,067,000 in favour of the lady seated in the front, in the centre now. First call now for any advance. I'll take anything as long as it's legal Kiwi tender. Second call. Third, last opportunity quickly. Keep that smile on your face there, man, because congratulations to you. Congratulations to our seller. We're back to number 2, Olive Close. We left the auction room at $1,475,000. Sir, can you just confirm for me, please, you've increased your bid to $1.5 million? At $1.5 million, our owners at the back of the room are instructing me to sell to these folks here. No, he can't go any further back, sir. At 1.5, just confirming I sell to these folks for the want of a better bid. At $1,500,000, we sell by now number 2, Olive Close, in favour of the folks seated in the centre of the room. First call now at $1,500,000. I'll take any denomination on top. Second time, third, last opportunity. It goes, it goes. Congratulations to our sellers. That concludes our 1 o'clock session. Jordan will sit right will be with you in about 9 minutes' time for another 8 great properties.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us here in the EVES auction room. Jordan Silverheart, my name. If you have just joined us, we've just finished our 1 o'clock session, kicking off the 2 o'clock session here. We do have a wonderful lineup of properties. Well, no prizes for guessing what my role is. I'm purely here to guide you on your home ownership journey, but we don't do it all on our own up here. I am supported very well by Robin Cotter. She does all the technology here in the auction room, and Grant, our national auction manager, he'll be back at 3 o'clock as well for the next lineup of properties. But for now, well, we certainly have some wonderful offerings. I've got Trevor, Sarah, Craig and Karen all standing by as what we refer to as our elite team of negotiators should we need them. Basically, they'll come into the fray. If I get some bidding from the floor, it's not quite at the level where I'm permitted to sell the property, I might pause the auction if we reach what we call the negotiation zone and give you an opportunity to talk to one of those people there, see if we can, find a nice medium middle point and get the deal done for you. The conduct, I'll touch on that in just a moment. Of course, if you haven't been with us through the 1 o'clock, please bear with. I've got to touch on it again. But if you have just joined us, we'll listen up carefully. You bid today, acknowledging a couple of things. Firstly, we have conducted any due diligence necessary in order to buy the property. You also agree to the contract, the terms dictated in that contract, and you acknowledge that you received one of those, the REA's buying and selling guide, okay? You would have no doubt had them at the open home, and probably every open home you went to, you got a copy of it, but you bid based on those three things there. The conduct of the auction, well, that's all put down the bottom of the front page of the auction conditions of sale there. We put it up on the screen, nice large type for you there, just so you can have one last sort of squiz over it, but no doubt you all sort of know how this works in here. I'm going to touch on just a couple of things. I don't need to go over every bullet point for you there, but I'll just remind you vendor bidding, how that works. Basically, vendor bids come into play if we receive bids on the floor and we're below my instructions from our seller. So if I place vendor bids, the only person authorised in our 2 o'clock session to place vendor bids, I'll place them well below the confidential reserve price that our sellers have on each property. And the purpose of those is purely to guide you in the right direction. So if you hear me, I always call them, funnily enough, a vendor bid. If you hear me place vendor bids, it just means you need to be above that if you want an opportunity to buy the property. Basically, at the level that I vendor bid, our owners are happy to remain the owners, okay? The other thing, telephone bidding, well, if you are going to bid via the telephone, perhaps watching on the live stream, below to you, wherever you are there, you would have had paperwork signed off prior. I would endeavour to let everybody in the room know if we do have any telephone interest as each property arises, but like I say, all that paperwork's been signed and approved prior to bidding today. And the last thing as well, what you need to do, I've talked about everything I'm going to do, I'll talk about what you need to do. Firstly, bid nice and strong and confidently to buy the properties. And then when you do, if you do end up being one of our lucky purchasers, well, you'll need to sign the contract. You'll need to pay the deposit, okay? Now, if our telephone bidders manage to win today, well, I can sign on behalf of them, but otherwise, if you're here, we'll be signing the contract outside, paying the deposit, the mere 10% the purchase price, and then we can go next door and celebrate with a nice cold drink, okay? Well, this will be a great time to let me know if you do have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, about any of our properties today. I'll just let you know that the property that we did have on Granada Street, lot number 5, we've just pushed back to the end of the session there, so the properties at number 6, 7, we'll just shuffle up the order if you like there for you. Otherwise, if there's no further questions, we will continue on with our first offering of the day. Or at least the 2 o'clock session. Sleep in here. Okay. 6 Monticello Quay, Charlotte Gardner, out of our Pacamara office. Right on cue, here she is there. Best smile in town, they say. Well, the home itself, the wow factor, it hits you immediately when you arrive here at 6 Monticello Quay. From its impressive roadside appeal, the timeless and welcoming decor inside, you'll be pleased with your good buying decision when you purchase here today. Now, to the contract, it is legally described as a freehold estate at 607 square metres more or less, and that record of title is 74631. Just some late additions to the chattels there, the gas fire, the oven under bench, smoke alarms, outdoor workbench with water bore and the automated irrigation system added in sort of later down the track to make sure that that's the copy, that's what you'll be signing outside if you would there. Further terms of sale, just note that 23.0, where the vendor has supplied the purchaser with a LIM report, the purchaser basically relies on their own judgment and due diligence in proceeding to purchase today, and 24.0 is just an early release of deposit clause where the solicitors instructed us to release the deposit earlier. Other than that, your move-in day, well, only 20 working days. You'll have to wait before you can move in and start enjoying everything that this property offers. And well, the beating heart of the home, well, it's that open plan kitchen, dining, sitting room where your morning plans, well, they can be hatched over a nice warm cuppa, and your evening catch-ups on the day's activities, well, they'll be flowing whilst those gas hob elements in that beautiful kitchen are glowing. Now, how good is that polished concrete floor as well? I think good, I would say. Now, location, let's touch on that. That's the forefront of everyone's buying decisions these days, isn't it? And well, a property like this has got that speedy access nearby, shops, relative close proximity as well. It's a really tightly held address here, and it speaks volumes to the lifestyle that you get when you buy an address like 6 Monticello Quay. Now, you've got that wonderful patio area, many other outdoor nooks that you could relax in and make the most of, bathe in the sunshine and toast a good time. So, I'll call to you now, buyers. You tell me where you want to start it away. I'll call for an opening bid. Welcome you along if you are just joining us. You start the bidding. Tell us what you say. Okay, I'll call it 3 times if that helps you buyers. First chance then to get in here at 6 Monticello Quay in Papamoa. Twice I call for it then buyers, and a third call for you. Final chance, if you're cash interested in the room, you need to let me know now. Okay, it doesn't look like we've got the cash on this one, but certainly some parties that might be interested to know this is still available. So if you are watching along in the room or online, give Charlotte a call. She'll be happy to help you out there. Wish you and your sellers good luck on that one. Okay, well here they are at the front. Ashley Davidson, Diane Davidson, the rather diligent team that work out of our EVES on Cameron office there, and they've brought and marketed to you this wonderful property here at 18 21st Avenue. Now, whether you're a first home buyer looking to make some memories, or perhaps an investor looking to strengthen your portfolio, this home, well, it's got plenty that will attract you to it, and once you're there, you're simply going to fall in love. I'll go to the contract though. It is a freehold estate, 429 square metres more or less. That unique identifier is 451238. Now, only 10 working days, that's all you have to wait before you can move in and start, enjoying the wonderful property and adding some own touches to it. And there's been no late changes to the chattels list either, as I'm aware. Perfect. Now, inside the home, well, you've got comfort, and that combines with functionality to bring you a nice move-in ready offering. And you've got those French doors, but they're going to lead you from that living room to that sun-soaked patio you'll see in a moment here. You've got the perfect place for your morning coffee or your evening barbecues. Whilst outside, the home presents really nice, and it does offer you an opportunity to modernise as well. You'll see here a wonderful functional kitchen, but certainly some room to add some personal touches if you like there. And they're all really rather if you want to, rather than you need to do's, but up to you how you decide to utilise it. Privacy and safety, well, that's been made a priority here. You've got that generously sized yard, fully fenced to keep the little ones in and any unwanted ones out. And of course the kids, well, they can run freely. You've got room for the pooch to stretch his legs as well. Close to the bustling Gate Park shopping centre. I was down there the other day. I struggled to get a park. It was that busy. But I'm sure when you go, you'll find one right outside. I promise you that. Yeah, like I say, it's a wonderful offering here. A really good location. And certainly a little bit of potential to throw in with it there. So I'll call to you buyers. You tell me where you'd like to start the bidding. I'm looking for an opening offer at this point. Welcome if you have just joined us, 18 21st Avenue. If you like the look of it, I'm calling for an opening offer. I'll call it 3 times for you now. First the chance, second for the cash in the room, third we go now. Auctioneer that can't count on his fingers, lucky I'm doing the talking here. That's 3 counts. Final call in, buyers. Okay, look, it doesn't look like we've got the cash in the room for this one, but I know we've been working with a couple of parties who certainly will be pleased to hear it's available for them still. So, conditional interest, cash if you're out there still, potentially a little shy auction room. Diane, Ashley, they'll be more than happy to help you into this wonderful home here. Wish you and your sellers the best of luck. Okay, continuing on now, we go over Papamoa Beach. You can see on the screen there, 31 Kolpoma Close in the heart of Papamoa Beach, really. Well, Danielle Hayes, out of our Mount Mononui office, she's had the privilege of marketing this one to you, showing you around this wonderful property that you've got here. It's a really nice, aesthetically pleasing property, and it is newly constructed. The home, it also has a few extra value adds, from the eco-friendly and durable construction to that hydronic underfloor heating, all the way to those Fisher & Paykel black finished appliances in the kitchen there. It's elegant, it's sophisticated, it could be yours, buyers. Legally described, it is a freehold estate. The record of title is 966593, 441 square metres more or less. That's what you get here. Your move-in date, 95 days to get all your affairs in order. You can essentially get all Christmas out of the way and then start thinking about moving right in and enjoying. The further terms of sale, 23.0, the vendor warrants to transfer their existing Stamford Insurance 10-year building warranty to the purchaser at the vendor's cost, and clarification of said transfer has been provided to the purchaser's solicitor on or before the date of settlement there. Otherwise, there's been no late changes to the chattel design or there. Confidence on the side there. And well, the home itself, entertainers. Do we have entertainers in the room? If that's you and you like the look of this one, you've got that nice solid Queeland wraparound decking. perfect for the summer social gatherings. And of course, well, that leads straight off that kitchen and living area where the layout, well, of course, it's open plan. A wonderful property like this, that allows that nice seamless connection. So if you do find yourself trying to multitask, perhaps, such as holding a conversation whilst preparing a meal or packing the kids' lunches, whilst catching up on the morning updates on the tally, well, you certainly won't be hindered with a layout like this. Clearly, the multitasking just applies to the females in the room. Take it from a male who knows we just can't do it. Okay, I tried to talk and count before, you saw that. Next to no maintenance in the property here. Well, when it comes to the lawns or the emerging landscape surrounding the property, you've got a nice fully fenced offering, close to great schooling and main transit routes, and of course your amenities that the Pakamala community offers you in that location. Well, it's a no-brainer winner, I would have thought, every single day of the week. So I call to you now, buyers. I'll look for an opening offer. You tell me where you see value. Cash in the room. First call. Second chance. Not going to suggest any figures. You tell me where you want to start it. We'll see if we can help you out. Third chance then, buyers. If you're cash here, this is your opportunity to beat that conditional interest. I make it a final call to the floor. If there's nothing further, we close it and deal conditionally. Okay, doesn't look like we've got any opening offers on the floor on this one here. So, look, we'll close the auction, and certainly a wonderful property like this, I can't imagine it's going to be on the market for much longer. So, wish you the very best on that one there. Okay, this side of town will go now, 11 Goods Road in Okamodai. Kim Crawford, she's back again. You saw her up here a little earlier. She's back with a slightly different offering for you, but still just as good, I would say. 11 Goods Road. Well, it's in the name, isn't it there? You've got family convenience and plenty of potential. It awaits you here at 11 Goods Road. Now to the legal description. Firstly, it's an estate in fee simple, an undivided half share, and 817 square metres more or less. Secondly, it is an estate in leasehold. Now that record of title, that is down as SA 35C, folio 794. 20 working days, that's all you need to wait before you can move into the property here. Book the moving truck in advance, I would suggest. You might struggle just to pack it all in the back of the car, I would think. You also acknowledge you have been made aware of the consent notice on the property and you agree to what's dictated on that consent notice for you. Now, the property itself, let's take a look at it. You've got that nice open plan living. That's perfect if you find yourself entertaining. But also it's a great place to soak in all that natural sunlight that bursts through the home here. Although in a relatively original condition, there's ample room to add your own personal touches and create that really nice contemporary vibe, while still more than comfortable to move right in, I would think. Outdoors, the front and backyards, well, they offer plenty of space for gardening, entertaining, or even just letting the kids and the pets run and play. That's completely up to you. You've also got available to you the concept plans to expand, add on an extra 40 square metres. That's available to the new owners to utilise however they wish to do so. For families, well, convenience is basically unbeatable. You're within walking distance to the highly sought after Pillins Point Primary School, making your school runs an absolute breeze for you. Commuters, well, you're close proximity to the city centre, local walkways, means you can reach your destination really easy by walk, bike or car. Completely up to you. It is a wonderful property here at 11 Goods Road. I'll call to you now for an opening offer. This is your opportunity to tell me where you want to start the bidding. See if we can help you out. 6.8. Absolutely. Welcome in. Good luck to you there at 680,000. Cash buyers in the room. We've got a nice start over here at 680,000. I'll call it away if you like. Give you a first opportunity here if you want to come in against. But sir, it's with you. I'll make it a second call at 680. Third chance now at 680. Do we see anything further on top there at 680? Okay, vendor bid 700. Welcome you back at 720 if you like. Make it 20 for me, sir. Make it 20. Appreciate you working with me there. At 720, it's with you here. I'll call it to the rest of the room. First call now at 720 000. Second chance then at 720. Third call then buyers at 720,000. Okay, looks like it's just you and I, sir. So I'm just going to pause the auction. We'll see if we can help you out. We've got the buyer over this side of the room here. We'll see if we can help you out. Thanks for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. We go now. I'd just like to say Granada has been pushed to the end of the session. So we look now at Mount Maunganui, 8E Heath Street. Just slow down, folks. I know it's exciting. It's a wonderful offering. Miranda Horan and Neil McIntosh. Neil unable to be in the room with us today, but certainly watching along at home. And hope you a speedy recovery there, Neil. But certainly a wonderful property that both yourself and Miranda have brought to the market for yourselves. In the heart of Central Parade, Mount Maunganui, your new lifestyle will be one of convenience, where ease of living and accessibility to all things good, well, they're almost guaranteed here. Legally described, it is a freehold estate, 145 square metres, more or less. Your unique identifier is 481739. 20 working days, or as mutually agreed upon, potentially a little bit of flexibility for the right buyer there if you do need it. That's what you've been advised upon today. And the chattels list, you'll see it on the screen in front of you, so you can have confidence on your side that those chattels will be there to greet you on movement day. Now, whether you're looking to entertain or simply relax, well, you just can't go wrong with that nice, spacious and well-appointed living room. And if you do find yourself hosting guests, well, you can whip up some snacks or something more substantial in that modern kitchen, which allows you to remain nice and connected with all the action going on in the living space. I think the other thing to boast about a property like this is that excellent way that it accommodates those needs in mobility, access, assistance, making it not only convenient but also safe for its new residents as well. Close to all the shops, cafes, eateries you could need on Central Parade, and you're just moments from the new world for your weekly shop as well. And being a mountain address or the beach, well, we know how close it is when you live in an address like 8E Heath Street. So buyers, I'm going to call for an opening offer. It's cash buyers I talk to. You know the drill by now, but I call it away and give you an opportunity. What do we say? Got to be over 18 to bid, but I like the intent. Call it to you. First opportunity then, buyers. Second chance. Third, do we see any interest here? It doesn't look like we've got the cash in the room here, Miranda, but obviously our instructions from our seller quite motivated. What do they say?
We'd like to price the property today.
Yep.
We price it
$730,000. So that's all it's going to take, folks. If you like the property, if you like the look of the price there, get hold of Miranda or Neil. Happy to help you out, and good luck to your sellers on that one there. Now price. Thank you. Right, appreciate your attention, folks. 12A Gladstone Road. Now we're a little bit further away here, up the road at Waihi, the paradise of Waihi Township up there. Steve and Bridget Cameron, they've been marketing this wonderful property for their sellers there. And, well, it's hardly worth when you get to turn up to open homes like properties like this. I'm sure you'd agree there, Steve. The home is in the heart of that mining town of Waihi. You've got a charming 3-beddy. It offers a nice, warm and welcoming home. Character thrown in for good measure. To the contract we go now, 638 square metres of fee simple, that's freehold land for you, more or less, of course, record of title, SA 59C, folio 70. Your 30 working days, that's what you'll need to wait there, a little bit of flexibility potentially, but 30 working days from the days of sale is when you can move right in. Further terms of sale, I'm just going to draw your attention to that, just bear with me while I touch on a couple of those. 23.0 clause 9.31 of the general terms and conditions. That is varied in the extent that the vendor not being an occupation of the property makes no warranty to the chattels, plant systems, devices that provide any service or amenities to the property. The purchaser does buy that in their own reliance and their own judgment and satisfied with the fit for purpose use of those. 24.0, that's just a limited liabilities clause, pretty standard in the contracts. 25.0 points you in the direction where to find further information in regards to the Waihi mines, should you want it. Okay, the property itself, let's take a look at it. High timber ceilings add a real sense of space to the home, which I think is a perfect representation of a nice modern comfort yet timeless character charm. I think if you take a look there, you can certainly make yourself right at home. The modern kitchen, well, that makes cooking a breeze, and if you're an Alison Holst fan like myself, lemon and poppy seed muffins using the fresh lemons on the tree out the back there, highly suggest those ones there to be the way to go. Certainly if you're inviting your auctioneer over to take a look at your new property purchase. Enjoy those then, you can enjoy them out in the hot sun there on that sunny porch, a nice hot cuppa perhaps, keep yourself busy exploring all the local trails nearby and the sights of Waihi, and then you can come home and just relax. You've got double garaging out there at the property as well there, that'll house your daily drivers, perhaps a great workshop to tinker away in. Certainly your surrounds, well, that offers plenty of opportunity to you, maybe plant some extra veggies. Look, there's so much to love here at 12A Gladstone Road. So, buyers, I'm not going to carry on. You tell me where you want to start the bidding and I'll call to you for an opening offer. Registered phone interest on this one?
560.
560. Welcome in. Good luck to you at 560,000. Chaser Bear 20 on the rise at that level. At 560,000, do we see 580 anywhere in the room? Call it to you buyers with 560. Good luck to you, sir. I call it now 3 times. Once at 560. And 80 now here. Welcome to you and good luck there, sir, at 580. Do we come back at 600 if you like? First the call.
600.
600. There we are, back in time at 600. And I chase at 20 now if you like, but at 600 it's with you, sir. Do we make it 20 on the retort? You don't want to start that game, sir. Trust me. We make it 620.
Go on, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you working with me at 620 there, and I put it back to you. But a nice strong bid over here, and it's in your favour. First the call at 620. Is it 40 with you?
625.
Oh, I just told him he can't play the game, but it'd be rude of me to let you, wouldn't it? You're playing an even smaller game there. Look, I've got it at 620.
630 then.
Okay, I'll compromise with the both of you at 630. I can go 40 on your behalf if you like. But at 630, I've got it here up the middle. At 630 in your favour, sir. Welcome back to the room. At 630, I've got it down the middle. Is it 40 on the phone? First the call. Twice. Third chance now at 630 up the middle. Would it help if I told you to play for keeps at this level, okay?
No.
On the market. Doesn't help.
No.
Well, sir, it's good news for you. I'll call it 3 more times, and if nothing further, we're on the market, we sell it away, okay? So I'll call it now. Take a mere single on top if it helps you. Once. Twice. Third and final time. I can't delay any further. Is it a single or is it nothing? It goes, it goes. Sold. Congratulations. Commiserations to my underbidder over this side of the room. And of course, I don't sell it. Alright, appreciate your patience. We go back down to 11 Goods Road. We have had an increase in the bid to 728,000, but still looking for a further increase on top there. So I'll call it to the room, give you 3 calls basically if you do want to improve on that position. Otherwise, we close the auction and we deal with conditional interest as well. First chance then at 728. Second call. Third, I make it at 728,000. Okay, not quite there. We'll close the auction. A little bit more work to do. Certainly some conditional parties will be happy here. Okay, good luck to you on that one. And folks, I'll just let you know that number 50 bar 544 Granada Street. We're just going to push that out to number 9 in our 3 o'clock session. Okay, so I won't disrupt the order of 3 o'clock session there, but just pushing that out to the end of it. We will be back at 3 o'clock to begin the next session for you. Good afternoon.
Folks, I know some of you have been waiting very, very patiently here. Good afternoon and welcome to the EVES auction room here. Sorry to hold you up, but these next lot of properties were advertised as scheduled for the 3 o'clock session, so unfortunately we can't start any earlier because we have people working for those time frames. So I really do appreciate your patience there. My name's Grant Child. My role this afternoon is to set the wheels in motion for our 3 o'clock session. I'm going to offer you the first 5 properties, and then I'm going to hand back over to Jordan Silverwright, my good friend, colleague and fellow auctioneer, and he'll offer you the balance of the properties here. We do have a property that's been rolled over from our 2 o'clock session. We're just waiting for some advice from one of the solicitors in terms of a clause, and we'll tag that on the end as well. So appreciate your patience for that property as well. Those folks across the bottom of the screen, Karen, Craig, Sarah and Trevor, they're here. If your bids don't take us to the seller's reserve price, then we'll pause the auction. We'll give you that opportunity to keep discussing with our sellers, because we're here to try and help you. And we know things can be quite stressful when you're buying and selling real estate, so if we don't quite get to the owner's reserve price, we'll pause the auction. One of the team will help you from there. We'll press on so that we're not holding people up. We don't like doing that here at EVES. Robin, she'll look after all the technology. She manages the slideshow and everything, so if everything goes haywire on the screen, Robin will take care of that and bring us all back on track. Documentation, auctions are no different. Any real estate transaction has documentation. I'm going to cover off very quickly if I can. Firstly, you bid and buy today on the basis we've provided you the buyers and sellers guide. They are available in the stand just outside of the auction room as well, and they've been widely circulated at the open homes and your private inspections as well. Because you've been working alongside our salespeople, fantastic team we have at EVES. They've been your ambassadors throughout the marketing campaign and bringing you to this point here where you can actually buy the property. They've provided you also with the contract of sale that we work to. That's on the screen there. That's been in draft form. Any finalisations of the contract have been made and they are available in the stand just outside of the auction room as well. If there's been any changes to what's been drafted and circulated out there, we'll alert you to that prior to your bidding, but I'm sure our marketing consultants have been in touch with you and just let you know of any changes as well. So by way of any bidding, folks, I'm going to assume that contract is read, understood and accepted by you. What you see in blue on the screen is a repeat of what's on the front page of the contract in clause 2. That outlines the conduct of auction. Again, I know you will have perused that, you'll be well familiar with that. I just want to remind you of a couple of things. Firstly, vendor bidding. I just want to dispel any rumours about vendor bidding, because some people still have a perception that vendor bids are used to try and push the price up, and that's an absolute load of nonsense. Vendor bids are only used if there's one person that's bidding on the property and we are south of the seller's reserve price. As the auctioneers will submit a vendor bid, and that's working with you, working alongside you, not working against you, to assist you, to get you to that negotiating platform that I talked about, and we will disclose all vendor bids to you. So it's a pretty simple, straightforward process, folks. If we're holding the bid at any level, then our vendors are saying to you through us, thanks but no thanks. If you wish to purchase our property, you'll need to be above that level. So if you're not sure who's holding the bid, we usually make it nice and clear, but just ask and we're happy to clarify that for you instantly. The other thing I just want to remind you of is your obligations prior to commencing any celebrations. I know it's exciting when you get a property under the hammer, but the first thing you need to do is sign the contract, and the second one is to pay your deposit. I mean, 10% of the purchase price is all we require today. And then the balance is payable on the settlement date. So happy to answer any questions at this juncture, whilst we also welcome our viewers watching via the live stream as well for our 3 o'clock session. Got some great properties coming up. Happy to answer any questions at this juncture before we move on. No questions? Excellent. Okay, so the first property that we've got in our 3 o'clock session, number 30 Courtney Road. Now this one is a little bit different to all that gobbledygook I've just been through, folks, because the auction for this property was scheduled for next week, I think, wasn't it, Sarah? Sarah and Jeff Garner have been marketing this property, presented an offer to the vendors. Vendors are absolutely delighted with it. The auction has been brought forward to give everybody equal opportunity to purchase the property. The level of that contract, I'm going to disclose that very soon. Robin will put it up on the screen where it says opening bid. It's not an opening bid. I will invite any bids over that level to give everybody equal opportunity, and there will be no vendor bidding on this one as well. So just be aware of that. If there's no further bidding, the property will be sold at the pre-auction offer, but we'll give everybody an equal chance to purchase the property. So Sarah and Jeff, they've described this property as secret lifestyle in the city, and I think you're absolutely appropriate. I was thinking about it the other day, Sarah. I mean, I've driven up and down Courtney Road many times over my deep. I never knew this property was there.
Yeah.
It is so beautifully hidden away and it's so exclusive. It's a real unique property with the character, that special character that you can enjoy the privilege of privacy, serenity, and lots of sunshine as well. It's the way it's orientated on the site. It's just superb indeed. When we look at the legal aspects of it, freehold estate, 1,153 square metres. That's not a misprint on the screen or on the contract. That's straight off the record of title, of course. 1,153 square metres, being more or less. All described in record of title SA 966. 18th of December is still our settlement date there, Sarah.
Correct.
But it's a bit of a different variation there. So 18th of December, great place to spend your Christmas and a great treat for the family as well. Channels list, any changes there?
Just the one change which has been circulated, the above ground pool is excluded from the channels.
It is definitely excluded from the sale. So it's on the screen there as negotiable. I guess you can still talk to the vendors, but excluded from the sale there, folks. So make sure that you are well and truly aware of that. Any bidding today excludes the above ground pool, but you can talk through Sarah, talk to the sellers as well. So what you get here, folks, at number 30 Courtney Road is a solid 1950s home. It's got that comprehensive new kitchen. It's got the upgraded bathroom, so modern day living is catered for you there. You've got the greenhouse. You've got the tiered gardens with fruit trees on a site that will certainly allow you to give rein to your creative recipes and your gourmet delights, and you don't even have to leave home. You can grow it all there. You've got the polished matte floors. You'll remember those when you went through. They're throughout the home. The bifolds to that wide deck that overlook the lovely cherry blossom trees really do make it something very special indeed, doesn't it there, Sarah? You've got the two attractive and versatile portable cabins for flexible living requirements. You can walk to the Gate Park town centre there for everything you need. And I can tell you now, this property has been nurtured and loved by one family for many years, but it's time for someone else to turn the locks. But before you do that, you've got to get the keys. And the keys are the ones that you get to obtain today. The owners are in contract at $757,000, so I'll take any denomination you wish to put on top of that. Perhaps rounding out to $760,000 if you will. Here's your opportunity now. Contract signed at $757,000. I'll even take a single on top there if you want to buy the property. Now is the time you need to put your hand up. Is that a bid there, sir? But be careful putting your hand up because we're going to sell this property. Anything over $750,000, I'll even take a $500 bid. I'm going to count it down 3 times, otherwise it's gone. $500, $757.5 it is over here on the left-hand side. There we go, $758. At $757,500, the pre-auction offer. Owned the property for a brief moment now. New keys, $758 now. At $758, 8.5 do we say there? At $758,500 it is over here on the right-hand side. $758 even, $500 if you want it. Here's your chance now. $500 she goes. At note 6 now. $759, sorry. $759 would be a good idea to go straight to $760. That's just a suggestion, but I'm happy to take you $500 if you wish. First call now at $759,000. It goes on the right-hand side. $760. Mighty fire with another single there. $761. That's 61 it is, making it 62 shelf. At $761,000. I'm selling it over here on the right-hand side at $761. Has it done its time? Here's your opportunity now. Time for decisions, not considerations. $761.5. 62 or 63? 765. Beautiful. Loving your work there, sir. Been to bidding school indeed. At $765,000 it is. Just confirming your bid at $765. Another $500 do we say? Here's your chance now at $765,000. 5.5 do we make it? First call now at $765 before it goes. Hammers up. Don't let it come down and prejudge the speed. Don't prejudge the speed of it. I sell away at $765. Second call now at $765,000. Be very quick. Third and final opportunity. opportunity, a good strategy, working in your favour, sir. Straight along, folks. Now we go from Courtney Road, we go to Dunlop Road, out into in particular number 55, where at the opens and your private viewings you bet Vince Huberger over here on my right hand side. 55 Dunlop Road, you certainly get plenty of bang for your buck here, and your family will absolutely cherish you for securing them 1,624 square metres more or less, all as described in record of title SA 27A folio 1106. Now that's a freehold estate, folks, the best class of ownership that you can buy in New Zealand. Now the spa pool, the white cupboard, there's 2 white cupboards in the tool room. They are excluded from the sale letters, they do not stay. And we've got some additional clauses, just one authorising early release of the deposit in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act. Clause 24, the vendor warrants that the channels included in the sale will be in the same condition as at the date of the agreement there where it's here accepted, and that clause obviously replaces clause 9.31. But more importantly, clause 25, purchasers have been made aware that the carport roof has rusted iron. Purchaser acknowledges that no warranties will be provided to by the vendor as to the structural integrity or weather tightness of the carport roof. The purchaser purchases the property with that knowledge and will have no recourse regarding any issues arising from the carport roof. Vince, any changes to the channels list at all?
No graph, no changes.
Settlement date, still 20 working days?
20 working days.
Pretty comprehensive channels list for property in this location too, so that's great. You know, that tells you the quality of the property that you're buying there. A property that's orientated on the site there to absolutely maximise your daily intake of vitamin D. As you see there on the screen, you've pretty much got that alfresco dining facilities all year round. Now, won't that sort of thing is sure to impress your mates on the first visit, doesn't it, Vince? Really? Yeah, party zone. Yeah, I think that's a good description of it. Well, I bet those the roof can tell a few stories under there. Over time, yeah. So you've got multiple living spaces both inside and out that create that perfect blend for family living. Now recently refurbished in many areas with the addition of the new ensuite, the walk-in robe of particular highlight in the property. You've got the internal double garage, you've got 2 hobby rooms in the basement, plus you've got the separate carport, and you've got that massive standalone garage as well. So, I mean, I would suggest that's an absolutely perfect spot for, you know, if you're a car enthusiast and you've got vintage cars or classic cars or wanting to run a business from home or that sort of thing. Absolutely perfect for that. So, it's a great property, folks. Now, we do have a buyer just not quite in the position at the 11th hour, but Vince, you were so we had a conversation this morning. You're suggesting if we don't sell it today, there's a very good chance we'll be in a 3-way multiple offer on this property afterwards. So if you're in a position of cash, folks, now's the time. Put your money on the table and have a conversation with our seller, because we're absolutely confident that you're going to be in a multiple offer afterwards if you don't. Multiple offers go in sealed envelopes. You don't know what they are. They can be conditional. But if you're in that position of cash, now's the time to let me know, and I'm happy to work with you today. $900,000 are underway at the back of the room now at 9000000. Welcome aboard the Amendment and enjoy the journey at $900,000. Happy to take a $20,000 rise from here. At 900, who says 920? Here's your opportunity now. You've got no registered phone bidders on this one, have we, Vince? So it's entirely up to you here in the room. First I call now at 900. Second time, chasing down that $20,000 rise. Third, last opportunity, are we in or out? Happy to work alongside you then, ma'am. Vendor bid at 920. Take me to 940 if you will. We'll see if we can help you from there. At $920,000, it's with me on behalf of our seller. We call that a vendor bid. Take me to $940,000. Just a wave of the hand. That's all I need. Take it to 940. Won't be doing any further bidding after that. We'll give you the opportunity to continue discussions with our sellers. Give her the right advice there, Vince. Yeah, we'll give you that opportunity to negotiate, ma'am. If you advance your bid to $940,000.
I think I'll keep it as is.
No, it's with me at the moment. You need to put something on top of that to negotiate with the vendor.
So, do you want to go now?
No, okay. Well identified.
We'll negotiate.
So what
Your best opportunity is to negotiate now, otherwise you're going to go, if I close the auction, you're going to go into one of those multiple offers. You don't want to do that. I'll take 930 if it's going to help you.
9:30, Nicholas.
What's that?
9:30, that's nice. 9:30.
Jennifer.
We'll let it go. We'll negotiate.
No, you won't be negotiating, you'll be in a multiple offer. You take it to 9:30, you won't do anything further, we'll give you that opportunity to negotiate from there. Yep?
Yes.
Hey?
Yeah, sorry.
I just said yes, now I'm
We'll
totally
negotiate.
confused.
Oh, we'll close it, sorry.
Close the auction.
Why don't you go to 925 and then I'll still give you that opportunity. I'm trying to help you here.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
9:25.
What's that?
9:25.
925 and I'll give you that opportunity to negotiate with the seller. So I'm trying to help you
Okay,
here.
9:25.
925. 925, I do have to call it 3 times. Once, twice, last chance at 925. Trevor, you've heard it all. Back there at 925. But I'm wearing your heart on your sleeve and have a phone on speaker phone in an auction room and everybody gets to hear what you're doing. Right, please, he didn't swear at him. Right, 37 buses, one Reynolds Place is the next one on offer this afternoon. Of course, Rachel Martin from our Puttmore office have been marketing this property, and I can suggest to you here a very smart investment option here for any savvy investor. Let's quickly go through the record of title. 788271 describes the property as a stratum and freehold. You will be aware of that, and of course you're bidding on the basis of provided you with a pre-contract disclosure statement in accordance with the Unit Titles Act 2010. Now this property has got a current tenant in place, paying $650 a week on a fixed term tenancy until the 16th of August 2024, and paid a bond of $2,640. 20 working days from today's date is your settlement date. That you don't necessarily get to pick up the keys, but you start getting the cash rolling into your bank account. So here's your opportunity, folks. Any changes, Rachel, to the channels list? No, we'll circulate them as you head out there in the marketplace. Now that fixed term tenant until August 25 will give you the opportunity to achieve sort of circa similar to what the banks are paying at the moment. So take that into consideration. You do the calculations and then add to that the increase in value as predicted as you own the property further on. It certainly makes sense to me as a good investment option. Constructed in 2017, it incorporates all the modern bells and whistles. You've got the double glazing, you've got good insulation, you've got the heat pump, and you've got that neutral decor that will just suit your furniture, just like Michael Jackson's glove fitted his hand. What makes this location even more appealing is, of course, its proximity and central location, with the growth to the east and close to the established Papamoa Township. You or your tenants will certainly relish living in this location, and I know a property like this in this location, I think it's fair to say, Rachel, people would expect it to be quite expensive, but I'd be happy to take an opening bid anywhere in the sixes. I know that'll surprise some people. In fact, it should electrify you. Anywhere in the sixes to get us underway. I'm only here to work with the cash interest. Who says go? As long as it starts with a 6, I'm happy to work alongside you. Once, twice, last chance for cash interest. Obviously not here today, Rachel. I'm going to close the auction and hand it back to you. And I know you've been talking to some people on this one, so a great investment option. This one, if you're looking for a good investment or you know somebody, get them to call our Papamoa office, ask for Rachel Martin, and she'll help you from there. Any moment now, you're going to see Dirk Berry fly up to the front of the I know you were busy communicating. I know you were busy communicating on your phone, Dirk. It looked as though you were asleep, but I know you were awake. There's no way that you would have been asleep in the auction room. Dirk's a very busy man. He's been that busy that number 3, Camellia Place, he has already got this property under contract. This is another one similar to the first property. The auction has been brought forward to give everybody equal opportunity to purchase the property. It's a great option indeed. There will be no equal bidding on this one either, folks. We're here to sell this property in the next few moments. And it's a property that's nestled in the tranquil cul-de-sac, a charming family home. It's found its new owner already, but it gives a chance for you to be the new owner as well by bringing the auction forward. SA 54D Folio 264 is the record of title that describes the property as a freehold estate, 505 square metres more or less, so not too much, nothing too onerous to look after, but it's a good parcel of land. Now the central vacuum system is as is, and so is the alarm. So both of those items, no vendor warranties on that, but they do stay. So there's a clause in the contract as well, just outlining that the vendors, having not been in occupation of the property, they make no warranties as to the serviceability of the channels, fixtures and fittings. Pretty standard when somebody hasn't lived in the property. 20 working days till our settlement date.
Yep.
The flexibility around that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. As you do, Dirk, should have been an auctioneer. Lady, you could work figures out your head. You've got the perfect canvas here, folks, for comfortable living. And whilst this property is currently cherished by its occupants, it offers a fantastic opportunity for you to unleash your creativity and add your personal touch to the property. And as you do that, indeed you will add value going forward as well. As you step inside, you'll immediately have noticed a spacious and a welcoming atmosphere through the home, and that's what really defines this home as a wonderful family environment as well there, Dirk. Residence not only provides the coveted Mount postcode, but also ensures an easy commute to nearby schools, amenities including Bayfair, Baywave and the beach, as Dirk has outlined in all his marketing. So, number 3, Camellia Place, the owners are in contract. That contract was signed at a mere $940,000. I'm happy to take any advance on top. Anything over $940 earns you the opportunity to own this property, snatch the keys, be in before Christmas. Take any denomination, mate, perhaps 5, 2.5, single. You witnessed it on the earlier one. I'll even take a $500 bid if it's there. First call now. Second, last opportunity for any advance on 940. Dirk being no further bids, I now declare the property sold for $940,000. Congratulations to our buyers who have got the option contracts, and of course congratulations to our sellers. Well, moving on, folks, the last one that I'm going to offer you this afternoon, and then I'm going to hand it over to Jordan, but I will be back to finish off the Te Puke property for you. This one here in question, number 168C Otomoa Road, Sarah Brown from our Bethlehem office has been presenting this property throughout the marketing period. If you're looking for Brookfield convenience for shopping and you're looking for convenience for the kids of all levels of schooling, then this one really does, with a big fat felt pen, tick all those boxes as well for convenience and good schooling facilities indeed. The legal aspects of it, it's a freehold estate, 395 square metres of land more or less, 320547 is the record of title, and an extra clause added in the latter stages of the marketing, just confirming that the vendors, having not been in occupation, make no warranties as to the serviceability of fixtures, fittings and channels. That's pretty standard, as you've heard me say on the previous property. That clause is inserted. Any bidding today is on that basis. 20 working days from today's date is the settlement date, Sarah.
Yep.
Any other changes to the channels list there? No? All good to go. So if you're looking for a good investment option, folks, then this property has got to be it as well. It's been appraised at returning somewhere in the vicinity of $720 to $750 per week. and certainly it's got that, as part of your feedback, Sarah, throughout the marketing, is one of the favourite concepts of this property is that open plan footprint of the home as well, excellent for family living. You've got a low maintenance home inside and out, so makes it easy living and a good investment property as well when you've got those options. And a brilliant option for those who live ultra busy lifestyles because you've got very little maintenance to do. You've got good off-street parking that certainly complements the double garage, and you've got that wonderful outdoor area there just to sit back and relax and enjoy. So, in your hands, guys, we would just say go for this one. $700,000, a strong start over here at 700,000. Had to take a 20 rides from here. At $700,000, it's over here on the left-hand side here. Good strong start, 720 now. Welcome here in the centre of the room there. At 720, 40, do we say 740 we go? At 740, retort at 760. Should we go there, sir? Just do it quickly. At 760 we go now. At 760, do we say 80 for you there, sir? At 760, it's over here in the centre. At 760. 770, take your 10, no problems here. Here to help you, not hinder you. Treat you the same there, sir. At 770,000, do we say 780 for you? Against everybody else in the room here at $770,000, are we in or out?
772.
772. What about 775?
Go slow.
I'd say 5.
Almost right. 5.
5. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope when somebody agrees that he who holds the hammer's in control. At 775?
780.
780. 780 there, sir. Another 5, shall we say there? At $780,000 on the back there on the left-hand side at 780,000.
785.
85. 785. Do we say 790 there, sir? At 785, it's over here on the right-hand side. It's 785. 90, should we say there, sir?
Yeah.
At 90 it is. At 90, one thing that I can tell you here, one thing that I'm not joking on, sir, is I'm going to sell to the highest bidder here today, because at the moment it's at the back of the room there at $790,000. Your opportunity is here. Take another 2 and up.
795.
795. Welcome in there, sir. Interesting strategy. Straight back at 800. Shall we go? Don't be deterred by that. Be encouraged by it. Quite often when they come in late like that, they've only got one. $795,000. 800 could just snatch the keys. It's a round number. Don't dilute it, sir, because it opens the door for them to hold it at that figure.
797.
797. You didn't listen to me, sir. I suggested to you, but that's okay.
We'll go 800.
800. See, told you. You opened the door there, sir. If you held it at 800, that might have been their limit. But I'm selling away at $800,000 for the one of a better bid on top there. I'll take it. Take a single if it's going to help you there, sir. Shall we go 781 and test them? If they go again, you haven't spent a cent, but it might just secure the property. At 700, what about a $500 bid then, sir? At $800,000 even, I'm about to sell it away there, sir. Welcome back in again if you want it. But it goes at $800,000.
We'll add 500.
800, 500. At $800,500. Sell it.
Go up by another 1,000. Go up by another 1,000.
Another 1,000, so $801,500. 801,500. You saw how long it took me to get that, sir. That could be their limit because he said no the first time. Pop another $500 on it.
No.
It could be the best move you've made. At $801,500. If he goes again, you haven't spent anything, sir.
Yeah, 802.
802. At 802. Now you're shaking your head the wrong way. 802.
We'll add another 500 to it.
Another 500. 802.5. Didn't quite work, but it was a suggestion. At $802,500, have I got your absolute best there, sir? Give them the right advice there, Cody. You know how it works. The hammer's up at $802,500 for the one of another bid. Originally said no twice and then came back. Your pot could be running low. Dig deep, sir, for the sake of another $500 that might just secure the keys. But you're the only one contestant. Do I say 803?
No.
Wrong answer. $802,500. Quickly it goes. Once, twice, third, last opportunity it goes. It goes. Sold at $802,500. Appreciate the spirit of bidding, though, sir. Congratulations to our seller. Alright, just to finish off the ones that I'm offering for you folks, we're back to 55 Dunlop Road. Man, you've increased your bid to $930,000. Can you just confirm that for me, please? At $930,000. Unfortunately, I can't help you at that level. Owner's instructions are properties not for sale at that level. Happy to work with the interest outside of the auction room, but I'll call it 3 times. If you're here for this one, now's your chance. Take any denomination on top to give you the opportunity to discuss with our sellers. Once, twice, last chance, and or else. Auction's closed. I'm going to hand that back to you, Vince. A little bit more work to do on that one. I now hand over to Jordan, who will offer you the balance of today's auctions. Thank you.
Right, thanks for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just continue on now. We do have 4 more properties left on our list today. 213 Cody Point Road, Janelle Keynes, based out of our Bethlehem office there. But making the trip up the road here to this wonderful property here. It's elevated and capturing the sunshine. Plus, you've got over a hectare of grazing land. This lifestyle property, well, it offers great living and plenty of room to utilise to the max. Front page of the documentation says that it is a 1 hectare actually, which is 2.47 acres, 10,000 square metres. You do the math, folks, but it is a freehold estate nonetheless. Unique identifier is SA64A, folio 696. Now just note your chattels list on the screen there. The ride-on mower is excluded from the chattels. In 20 working days is all you'll have to wait before you can move right into the property. Now, everything about this property is fabulous, from the generous size home, the picturesque views, the master suite, from the master suite on that top level, all the way to the abundance of shedding and garaging available on the property. And of course, with a hectare of land where your options are profuse. Take a morning plunge or splash away with the kids in that saltwater pool, or your entertaining areas in the home where they lead seamlessly out here where you can enjoy, entertain, or simply just relax with a good book under the sun and sort of look out over towards the sea there. You've got multiple paddocks and a first home and a home fruit salad orchard. They're just added bonuses really when you purchase here. And being in Cody Point, well, you get the best of both worlds. You've got an easy commute either way, no matter which way you look at it. Waihi Beach, Katikati Township, it's all nice and easy for you buyers. So in your hands, call for an opening offer here at 213 Cody Point Road. What do we say, buyers? Cash in the auction room, that's who we deal with. Nice and easy, nice and clear. Call it for you then if you like. What's the opportunity? Twice, don't miss it. Third cash buyers, what do we say at all? Okay, I know we'll close the auction. I know you're working with a conditional party there, so they'll be happy to see it's still available. Wish you and your sellers good luck on that one, Janelle. Okay, we'll continue on then. 159 Evans Road, Ron Melville. Nice to see you here, Ron, based out of our Pakamar office. Well, he's had the privilege of marketing this wonderful property for his sellers here. It is a nice trusty brick and tile at 159 Evans Road. But this one, it offers plenty more to love than its ever-enduring construction. Spacious inside and out. You've got plenty of parking. It does have that versatile layout as well. It really is a wonderful home. It's a freehold estate, 519 square metres, more or less. Unique identifier is SA65D and then folio 849. Now, the extensive excluded chattels list, but also quite an extensive list of chattels that will be there to greet you in 20 working days or otherwise as mutually agreed upon there. And further terms of sale, page 23.0, the purchaser here and acknowledges and accepts the area consented as a workshop, is only consented as a workshop, and there is no right of compensation from the vendor or otherwise in relation to any other proposed use by the purchaser. Now the home itself, it is tastefully modernised. We've got that spacious layout. That just makes life a little bit easier here. Options to use that considered 4th bedroom ensuite workshop space with its very own entry look. However you want to use that, that's up to you. Whether you're cooking up a storm in the kitchen or relaxing in one of the sleeping quarters, you'll find plenty to love. Outside, a peaceful patio, it is the perfect place to clink glasses and celebrate good buying decisions. And that yard space, well, it does allow the young ones a little bit of room to stretch their legs under your watchful eye. On the same side of the street is Tahatai Coast School. You get the convenience of the short walk to drop off and pick up the kids. Plus, of course, well, when you live in a location like this, the beach, it is an easy stroll away. It allows you to embrace that peaceful coastal lifestyle that is on offer. And if you are in need of any retail therapy to keep you happy, or the better half happy, well, don't worry about that. Groceries, not a problem. Everything, all the shopping centres, they're so close by here at 159 Evans Road. So, buyers, put it in your hands now. You tell me where you want to start away. I call for an opening offer.
950.
950. Welcome in. Good luck to you there, sir, at 950. And we'll call it to the rest of the room, give you an opportunity. But I've got it at the back corner now at 950. I make it a first call then at 950,000. Twice the opportunity for further cash interest in the room. Third chance then buyers at 950. Okay, straight back, Bengal bid 970. Welcome you in at 990 if you will. On the nod we go there at 990. I appreciate you working with me at 990 000. Anyone's welcome to come in at this point here, but I've got it with you, sir, at 990 000, and I make it a first call. Twice chance. Third, we call it away. Okay, well, sir, can I ask you to improve your position? It doesn't look like there's anything further. So if we can get you to improve your position, make it 1,010,000, I'll pause and talk with you there.
905.
Make it 1,000,000, sir. Got to be 1,000,000 before we pause and talk. Appreciate you working with me there. Call it 3 times as I'm obliged, then we'll at least have that conversation. First, second, third call now for cash in the room. Now my work, we'll pause the auction, see if we can help you out there. Great little buyer on the back corner there. Okay, well, we'll continue on now. We'll 5 Olive Close over in Omok. Louisa Old, based out of our Bethlehem office, and we'll certainly make it the easy trip up the road here to this wonderful property here. Now, it is an opportunity to live almost self-sufficiently if you wanted to. It is a wonderful family home, a wonderfully sized piece of terra firma in the heart of that great Omok community. Now, it is a freehold estate of a nice whopping 1,697 square metres, more or less. Freehold title 276141. Now, your channels list, you'll see it on the screen there. Just note those excluded channels, the shelves and storage in that second lounge. Now, 30 working days. That's how you'll have to wait, folks, before you can move in and start enjoying a little bit of flexibility, though, for the right buyer, if you do need to adjust your settlement date there. So, otherwise, what you see, well, that's what you get there, folks. To the property itself, there are a few things that make this property stand out from the rest in Omok. A great sized section, big enough to nourish the multitudes of fruit trees, enhance the summer crops, or prepare for the winter ones. Well, it's up to you. There's also room for the kiddos to run and play as well, should you need it. Built in 2012, the home, well, it has been very well kept and presents really well as well. So new owners can move straight in and just start enjoying from day dot. Then you've also got that extra room right off the kitchen, which I think could make a nice formal living, games room, media room. You could use it however you want, folks, but it really is a nice sized room just to have in your artillery there. With enough parking for the motorhome, camper, as well as all the family. Well, you've also got that double garage in to complement as well, and not to mention that third garage with workshop space available to you. There really is a lot to love about 5 Olive Close. So, buyers, I'll call it to you now. Start us away if you like. Where would you like to open the bidding? Once, twice, thrice. Okay, doesn't matter, we've got the cash in the room on this one, Louisa, but certainly some interest on the property, so I'm sure you'll be very busy over the coming days. Good luck to you and your sellers. Right, thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We go now at 50/544 Granada Street. Just around our back from our office, having the privilege to market this wonderful property. Now, the roads, they are lined with swaying palms. The sun shines just that little bit brighter. Life here in the Diamond Sands complex, well, it offers laid-back living amongst like-minded home owners. And this home here at number 50, well, its individual offerings, well, they are rather impressive. To the contract we go now. The contract, it is a stratum in freehold. All the units comprised and described under the record title 124414 in that South Auckland Land Registry. Move-in day, that's Monday the 11th of December 2023, or otherwise as mutually agreed upon. And I'm just going to go over the further terms of sale page. Just bear with me while I read it out for you. 23.0, where the vendor has supplied the purchaser with a LIM report or builder's report, the vendor reports the purchaser acknowledges that they have relied on their own due diligence and received professional advice in proceeding to complete the purchase and not on any representation from the vendor in relation to the vendor reports. Furthermore, the purchaser will not make any objection or claim compensation against the vendor in relation to anything contained within the vendor reports, except in respect of the work expressly covered in clause 24.0, for which the purchaser will have the right to compensation only if the work is not carried out by the vendor prior to settlement. 24.0, the vendor warrants to carry out the following work at the vendor's cost by at least 3 working days prior to the settlement date in a workmanlike fashion. Smoke detectors to be installed as per code requirements. The flashing on the roof outlet pipe to be repaired, cracking to be repaired on entrance gable and external wall cladding, plaster damage on the gable parapet to be repaired, window latch in the dining area to be repaired/replaced, and light switch in the kitchen to be repaired, tap in the bathroom to be sealed at base, and join of glass and aluminium frame in the ensuite to be resealed. I appreciate your patience there, folks, but as it was a late edition, I was obliged to read it in full for you. The home itself, deceivingly spacious, a light-filled central open-plan living area. Well, that allows you to spread out and wind down, but it equally complements the busy season rush when you do have friends and family stop in to pop a bubbly or celebrate those special occasions. Having recently benefited from a refurbishment, from new paint to soft carpet, you could say, well, it looks as good as new, I reckon. Centrally located midway between Mount Maunganui and Papamoa, gives you plenty of options on the daily for external exploring, whilst within the complex, you've got the use of the communal spa, sauna, gym and swimming pool to make the most of as well. Buyers, I call it to you now, the moment you have waited for. What do we say?
700?
700. Welcome in, good luck to you there at 700,000. Call it to the rest of the room as I'm advised to do here. First chance now at 700,000. Second call. Third we go then at 700. Okay, vendor bids 720. Welcome you back at 740 if you like. On the nod we go at 740. What do we say, folks, at 740? First, second, third. Okay, I'll ask you to improve your position, see if we can help you out. We make it 760 on the nod. On the nod we go at 760. First, second, third call. Okay, pause. I've got the bar up the front here. We'll see if we can help them out there. Thanks for your patience. We go now to 159 Evans Road. We've just had a conversation with our lead bidder. We've had an increase of offer to 1,012,000, and they all came right up via there. So I'll call it again 3 times, and if nothing further, we go into that next phase. First, second, third call for an improvement on 1,012,000. Okay, auction closed. Ron, a little bit more work to do, but good luck to you there. I'm sure it won't be long. Nice property like that.
Thanks, George.
No problem. We'll be right back very shortly with the result on Granada Street. Okay, thanks for your patience. I said shortly, so here we are, 50/544 Granada Street. We've had an amended. Sorry? 644, sorry, my paperwork, I'm reading it wrong. It has been a long day for us here in the auction room, a wonderful lineup of properties we've got to call. But this one, just as wonderful as them all, we have had an amended bid here, and just confirmed for me at 780,000 on the nod we are, and I've just spoken to our owner here who instructs at 780, we're on the market for the want of another bid, so I'll call it 3 times, nice and simple for you, nothing further, we sell away. Once, twice, third and final time, hammers up on the market, we are sold. Congratulations to our purchaser and our seller there. That concludes our wonderful lineup of properties today. Really do appreciate your patience. Go out there, enjoy the sunshine, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.